What are like the Libra things?
They match energies. They mirror whoever they're with. So if you don't like a Libra, you probably don't like yourself.
Ooh. Welcome back to the OverheardLA podcast. I'm Emily, and I always want a snack.
I'm Justina, and you freaking never snack. Don't even go there.
Are you joking?
No,
I'm never not
like,
snacking.
You're the queen of like a one spindrift a day. Like you are the queen of moderation and discipline, I think, in my eyes.
Oh, man. Yeah, you don't see me. I was about to be like after dark. But actually, I go to bed at 9. So, and it's been lately weird going to bed because it is not dark yet. By the time
Hold on. I actually have been meaning to talk to you about this. Why do you go to bed so early?
Because I'm a sleepy baby.
The other day you texted me and you were like, we had this whole thing happen, whatever. It was like somebody off? It was like somebody had to like post something on the account. Oh, yeah. And you were like, oh, I was going to go to bed. And I literally look at the time and it was like 8:47. And I was like, I don't understand.
Because I am tired.
But
right
like
now,
you're in bed. Like what time do you brush your teeth for the night? 7?
Okay, well here's a hack that'll change your life. I do post-dinner skincare. Mm-hmm. So I don't wait. I do post-dinner getting ready for bed.
What time do you eat dinner? 3? This timeline is not making any sense to me.
You're making
Walk me through.
65 years old. I mean, I am. Okay. No, because I was going to be like, oh, I was really tired that night you texted me. But it's like, no, I am just tired. I think this is what happens when you turn 30 is people are like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm tired.
I'm older than you.
Tired.
Don't use this as an excuse.
But I'm just a tired person.
Okay.
No, so the post-dinner skincare really did change my life. I used to be like, okay, so dinner and then you watch TV and then, or whatever you're doing. And then that couch tired hits or I would fall asleep on the couch. And then it's like, oh no, I have to brush my teeth and wash my face and take my makeup off, which, the worst. And then that makes you procrastinate going to bed.
Yeah,
but
that's me.
Now, this is going to change your life. Try it tonight and tell me what happens. Eat dinner. You're done with dinner. Before you plop on the couch, skincare. Every step, brush your teeth.
But aren't you so
Get on the couch.
I'm so tight after I eat dinner. I need to lay down for a minute.
No, but that's the whole thing is that you don't have to do it before you go to bed.
I know, but
You're fully glazed and shit on the couch. And if you fall asleep on the couch, you don't have to interrupt your couch sleep, which we all know is 10 times better than a bed sleep. And you can just go to bed.
But I think you're missing one part of the thing. And this is why your thing doesn't work for me is because where's the like little snack, the little treat, the little like extra spindrift? No, because then I have to brush my teeth again.
After spindrift, it's water.
What?
I guess after spindrift I would.
Of course after spindrift.
Maybe not after like a tea.
I will say that I am definitely guilty of if I go to a thing and then I come home, I like to go lay on the couch and then I oftentimes fall asleep on my makeup and I know that's so bad.
I used to do it a lot.
I used to never do it. I feel like I'm regressing in my adulthood. Like I would go to the club, come home 6 a.m., fucking wash my face, and now I'm like, it's 10:47. I have to rest, and then I wake up
at 6 a.m. is such a great image. But see,
it sounds like that a lot.
It sounds like what could serve you and make you feel more lively.
Yeah,
going to bed at 9.
No, because I have revenge bedtime procrastination.
Revenge bedtime procrastination.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I stay up late, but we all know that past minute, if I stay out until like that night we stayed out till like 2:30, I'm fucked up for like a week after the Jon Stewart after party.
Oh, I was like, when do we stay out?
I'm like fucked up for like a week on sleep. Like I don't know how people do that in LA. People do it on school nights.
I'm like the person, I get this from my mom. I operate on like 4 hours of sleep very easily.
I can't do that. Also, I just realized when I said that, I still say school nights. Do you refer to a weeknight as a school night?
Yeah, because it feels like, like work in school.
Yeah, I can't. I used to go out on school nights when I was a young chicken.
Random tangent. Kids go to school way too early.
Oh, so
They're
early.
getting on the bus at 7 a.m. That's crazy.
Yeah. Should we go back to school, like Josie Grossi style?
Who is Josie Grossi?
Like, what's it? Never Been Kissed.
I just don't remember that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Wait, don't tell me you haven't seen it.
No, I've seen it. I just don't remember it.
When Drew Barrymore goes back to high school?
Is that the plot of that movie? Mm-hmm. Is she an adult?
Yeah.
Does she kiss a
she falls
high
in love
schooler?
with a teacher.
Oh, thank God. I was like, oh my God, this is a terrible movie.
It's still problematic. We would need we should do like an hour-long episode where we break down that movie.
We should do a whole episode where you explain movies to me that I've seen and just don't remember.
Like to somebody with your amnesia.
I have to guess them. I'm like 50 First Dates. That's what I feel like most days.
Which is another great movie. I love that movie.
I need you to know, I don't remember the premise of that one either.
You're like 50 First Dates.
She forgets.
No, this is what you are. You are 50 First Dates, but the only thing you remember is Mary-Kate and Ashley.
That's so true.
You just
That's correct.
reference and parrot anything related to Mary-Kate and Ashley.
It was my whole childhood.
Did you see what I posted this morning on the story? That picture of Mary-Kate and Ashley? That was for you.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I did see that. And I was like, how unlike Overheard, but how like me. Mm-hmm. I love that.
That one was for you.
Thank you so much. I was home recently and I found the Mary-Kate and Ashley magazine from my childhood.
No, we cannot have another podcast episode where we talk about Mary-Kate and Ashley. I'm going to cut you off.
I disagree with that.
Okay, tell me what you're going to tell me about the magazine.
No, that's it. I just disagree with the content, the premise that we can't talk about that.
Our guest today is a comedian, actress, author, and Libra on the cusp of Scorpio. We can sense it. Can sense her coming. You may know her from hilarious videos, appearances on shows like Broad City, and her podcast, Serious But Funny. Welcome to The Office, Manon Mathews.
Woo!
Welcome to The Office, Manon.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for being here. I was thinking recently that I cannot open Instagram without seeing your face somewhere, and in the best way. Like, I feel like my friends are always resharing your videos and their story. Like, I feel like weirdly, like, you know, the like parasocial relationship. Like, I'm like, oh, I know Manon. Like, I've seen her. Like, I see you every day.
Well, also, so many of your videos take place at Erewhon, and they're incredible. So on OverheardLA Explore page, that's like, you told a robot what to feed OverheardLA, it's going to be videos of Erewhon. Like, of course, we're going to see your videos.
I'm honored. That means a lot to me.
Of course.
I love Erewhon. But I make fun of people that shop there, which is me.
But it's so
But I don't
easy.
get like groceries. I get their hot bar.
I like how all of us say that. I'm like, oh, I haven't entered a grocery level.
I go there
money.
for like I'll go there for like an item, like a specialty item or a hot bar. But I always do notice that when I'm at Erewhon is like the people with a full cart. I'm always like,
do they even have carts?
They do have carts. They do.
Oh, you know what they do?
I've seen it before.
Because Miles Teller was there and he couldn't push the cart past the thing.
I
The
love
magnetic. So I went up and I was like, you need help with that? He's like, no. And I was like, okay. Awkward. So yes.
Wait, that's hilarious. Which one was he at?
Yeah.
The good one.
Beverly?
Which one is the good one?
Which is the best one?
I was like, which one are they going to say? In my opinion, the Studio City one's the best.
Thank you. I agree with that.
Should we fuck, marry, kill the different Erewhon locations?
No.
Okay, marry Studio City. Fuck the Palisades.
I've never been to the Palisades.
I forgot about the Palisades.
I like the Palisades.
I like
parking.
This is the most like LA
Energy's
conversation
nice.
we've ever had.
No, you're right. We're fucking the Palisades.
Wait, I've never been to the
Palisades.
Studio City one.
What?
Baby, come over. I will show
Are
you.
you kidding me, bro?
Okay, I want to
That
go
was
now.
into the
So
Sportsman's
good.
Lodge.
Do you know who I've seen there?
Who's your best sighting?
No. I've seen Miles Teller.
That's a good
Am
one.
I allowed to say this? This is not like
Yeah.
12-step
Yeah, I mean,
meeting.
you're not on the way,
Anonymity of Erewhon. I mean,
One anonymous.
I went there and I saw Amy Poehler. I went up to her to tell her I was a fan, and she was like,
Was she nice?
she's like, I know you, you're Manon. And it was the
Shut
best
up.
day of my life.
Shut up.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't given to say that. So her,
Oh my
Jason
God.
Bateman.
I would
Who
faint.
else? I mean, so many
It's
people.
so many
That's a good
people.
one.
It's so many people I can't even name.
All I have is I saw Shailene Woodley at the Beverly one once. That's all I got.
Beverly's
She
the
didn't
one.
know who
the
I
fact that we're
was.
talking about Erewhon. I guess we
Beverly's
are on
the OG.
Overheard.
We are.
LA.
Okay, on Erewhon, though, I did want to ask you because I am in awe of you. First of all, I mean, all of your videos are hilarious and incredible. When I see your videos in Erewhon, I'm like, I could never. I like struggle
public
to
filming?
like be in Erewhon and like ask for something. And you are filming a full like thing in there. Walk me through the experience. Like,
I wanted to ask you about this.
are there
Like,
people?
how
Are you like blocking off the ends of the aisles? Like, how are you doing this? Because
Whole
I'm
production
terrified.
team. No way. Here's what happened. I went there to grab lunch with my friend Vincent, and we were in the aisles, and they're so small, at least the one that in Studio City. And I was like, hey, here, just film me real quick trying to get through the aisles. That's how it started. just film me real quickly trying to get through the aisle. So he held up the camera of the phone, and then I was just like, excuse me. and then he's like, here, yeah, get me. And so I filmed him, and it was going to be like maybe on our story. And then we started just going around. So we improvise everything. Everything is like on the spot. It's never like, let's go to Erewhon today and shoot a video. Yeah. It was completely on the fly, which is how I like it. I love the spontaneity, because if I think too much, I'll talk myself out of doing it. But if I can catch the moment and catch the energy of it, and like if I'm finding it funny in the moment, chances are that energy will somehow translate to the screen when I'm posting sometimes. And so, yeah, we just went around and been like, how much for this lemon?
The lemon part was, I loved the lemon part.
And then we just thought of funny things like the valet and the membership and the smoothies, and we just filmed it and then edited it and threw it up like that day or the next, and then it like took off, and then Overheard reposted it. Overheard.
AKA Emily reposted it.
Thanks, Emily.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
Right? How long ago was that?
Probably 2 or 3.
I don't know. I don't really know what time is anymore.
It was really whenever the Studio City one opened.
Which was like 2 or 3 years ago.
There you go.
I loved that moment.
Is like this is the most OverheardLA conversation we've ever had.
Thank you for walking me through that, because I was literally like, I could never. But to your point, I do think it's right when it's like more spontaneous. It
took like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we went outside and ate our lunch. So I didn't ask anybody like, hey, is this okay? Like I just do.
They also probably don't care. Like they would probably love it.
At this point, I think they're probably so happy. It's like so many people now know about Erewhon.
I think Erewhon like loves the fact that people come to LA and visit LA, and they're like, I want to go to Erewhon because they see
it's a whole new spot.
It's wild. It's like crazy sometimes when you're like on TikTok or something and people are like, so I'm in LA and I have to try Erewhon. I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's a tourist attraction.
It's a grocery store.
That's what's
so
crazy.
Funny, but it's not. It's so much more.
It's so much more. Can I also say the first time I think I ever came across you, I watched you in like a movie. I forget what was
Holiday
the name of
Breakup.
It was one of I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And that's when I started seeing you like all over the internet, and I like that was my start with you though.
That movie was your start to me.
Wait, so can we?
I'm obsessed. That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
I want to watch it.
It's very cute. It's like very sweet and like heartwarming.
Like Hallmarky.
Yeah, it's like
no.
That's what I was like. It wasn't
very
Hallmark.
old though. It's like almost 10 years old.
No, but that is where
little.
I first saw you, and then like you blew up on the internet, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know this girl.
So I actually blew up before that. That was why we made the movie. I was gonna make it a short.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna make that a short.
You an internet person?
Yeah, I was Vine. I was on Vine. OG Vine, like 2013, had 3 million followers. Yeah,
I have no recollection of time anymore.
I know.
You got started on Vine.
Yes.
Then Hallmark Christmas movie.
I mean, it wasn't actually Hallmark.
Yeah, I'm like Hallmark sue us.
Then Christmas movie.
Yeah, because I was like, I should make a movie. I have this following, and that's what I wanted to do before I got on Vine, which was I was doing stand-up and improv, and like I was like, I'm gonna be an actress, probably be on SNL, probably do movies. Like that's what I wanted to do, and then direct. I really like directing, and then I got on Vine, which is a 6-second app, as like for fun. And then someone was like, hey, I saw you do the Kristen Stewart impression at the Comedy Store. Can you do it on Vine? And I was like, sure. And I had 200 followers. And then like within a week I had 100,000 from one video, and then 1 million, and then 3 million, and then Vine died.
Wow.
But anyway, I was going to just make a short film. And then because I had a following, I was like, oh, now that I have a following, maybe more people would want to see an extended movie with me in it.
Well, I did. And you really cheered me up that day because I was like struggling. I was really in a bad place. And I was like, this is a great movie. And I had so much fun watching it. And then after that, I feel like you were everywhere, like on my Instagram, like everywhere since then.
We were destined to meet.
We are destined to meet.
Now look at us. We've made it this far.
I feel like you've made it a lot farther than I have, but I'm really excited you're here.
Thank you so much. That means
Do you have any plans for more? I was going to say more Christmas movies, but also just movies.
I do. Yeah, I definitely want to be in more movies and do more movies and direct. And I've written a few, and I just want to get them made. And I intend to when the dust has settled with my kid, which will never settle because I guess I'll always be a mom. But I do have like a 4-month-old at home, and I just need to.
Wait, 4 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should also acknowledge congratulations, you just had a baby. And you're here.
Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
How are you
I
awake?
cried on the way home. I mean, on the way here.
Well, I hope
not
you don't
because
cry
of,
on the way home.
not because I'm like, I have to go to this stupid overhead.
I have to go to a podcast today.
No, I'm overworked and overstressed. Like I went months without working because I was like, I'm just focusing on being pregnant, and I had the baby, which was really intense. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But all this work started pouring in
Right after?
Yeah, and I'm too stressed.
That's a lot.
It's too much.
Well, I hope this is kind of a space of zen.
No, this is nice.
How's that going? How are you doing?
I mean, in one way, I'm the happiest I've ever been, most fulfilled. My heart feels like it's out of my chest and into a baby, and I didn't know this kind of love existed. So that's really cool to know that I can feel that type of love. I was like, oh my gosh, it's expansive. And I now care about something far more than I've cared about anything. And I was getting to a place where like nothing really mattered. Not in a dark way, but in like a freeing way where I'm like, oh, nothing matters. Like, right? Like I can go to Erewhon and film and I don't actually think anyone cares or is looking. They probably were, but in my head and in my experience, nobody's paying attention. Everyone's focusing on themselves, which for me added freedom to my life. And I was getting to this place where I was like, nothing matters. Blah, 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 blah. And now I'm like, oh my God, everything matters. This baby matters. I need to become the best version of myself for this baby. I'm like, I don't know. So it's really good. And the last week he's in a regression and I'm not sleeping. I don't know how I'm functioning. I feel overworked. I'm like, how do people raise a child and work? This is crazy. I can't focus when I'm looking at my baby and all I want to do is look at my baby. And yet I have 18,000 different tasks. Why I'm taking them on right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very strange. They say with baby comes bread. But like I didn't audition for a year and now there's auditions coming in. I'm trying to build a online course for like how to train your brain to focus on what's good and positive and laughter, because a lot of people like are heavy and serious, and I'm like here to be like, oh, it doesn't have to be so serious. I should take my own course right now.
I was gonna say I want this course.
Can we enroll you?
You can. I need to enroll my own course. I'm, doing brand deals, still trying to create content, and it's like I don't want to do any of that. Right? Like this is why I was crying on the way here, because I was like, I just want to be a mom. I just want to look at my son and have him know that I'm there. And then, it's a lot. I don't know how people do it.
I do think that like just learning to delegate, like I struggle with this a lot. Like I'm not saying you are, but I'm a control freak. Like I want my hand in like everything, and like just learning that you can't do it all at some point. And I'm not a mom, so I want to acknowledge like you have a whole other bucket here. But I think that's hard. Like it doesn't come easily for me, at least.
Yeah, giving over control. Like my thing is like, but I've always been in charge of my social media. You're saying I'm supposed to give somebody my password and just trust that they're not gonna like, I don't know who. But then I'm like, well, what if I was doing this for someone? I'm not trying.
Right.
I want nothing
I'm
with
not
their
gonna.
page.
Yeah. I think it's hard though when you like in a weird way, like you are the product. Like it's. I think it's easier for me to delegate my role where I'm like, oh, okay, and we hire somebody and they like help me make some spreadsheets. Versus like I think it's hard when it's like, this is my personal page and this is my. Because
if something goes off, then I could be perceived like I could be judged. I'm probably being judged anyway.
Do you read comments?
Some.
Yeah.
But they're usually nice. So it's usually I don't get like I think people can tell that I'm just trying to make them laugh and I'm trying to come from a loving place. And when that gets, on the occasion there will be someone that gets offended by something that I do, and that's when my heart sinks because I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to be.
Yeah.
I was like on somebody else's podcast doing like Billie Eilish, and I'm obsessed with Billie Eilish. Her music is amazing.
So do you have a Billie Eilish impression?
No,
not gonna make you do it.
I mean, I have never really done one, but I've sung her songs seriously in my own room. But then I did one on a podcast, and the joke was that like sometimes she sings low. Like
she has like a low register.
Yeah.
It's not even a mean thing.
And yeah, it's not, but the joke was that like the engineers might have to like be like, can you speak up or whatever? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, whatever. I didn't even make the joke. I was just singing. I tried to scream. Well, scream louder. Like we can't hear you. Something in the water when I wake up, I see you. She sings low.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You're really good.
Thank you.
You're like a really good.
And then someone commented and was like, you're all hate.
Oh God.
I've been following you since Vine and you're full of hate. And
then unfollow me.
I know,
also.
no, but I was like, no, but it hurt. I was like, no, I didn't mean to. I love Billie Eilish. I'm not trying to, like, I think just because you do impressions, it doesn't mean it's take it. But I'm like, oh, that's that person's perception. I can't do anything about it, but I want to do something about it. I want to make them know I didn't mean to hurt. I'm only trying to make you laugh. You know, like I love Billie. Like, isn't it clear that sometimes when you do impressions of people, it's because like it's flattering.
Right, totally.
Yeah.
Well, also I always want to be like, do you think Billie, I've always find it interesting when people get weird and I'm like, well, Billie didn't say she didn't like this. Yeah. You are like having an issue with it. It's like bizarre.
What's your moon sign?
Moon's your main one, right?
Moon is the emotional.
Oh, I'm a Leo moon.
Whoa.
I'm a Taurus and I'm a Leo moon and a Leo, the other one.
That's a lot of fire.
Is that, what
Double
does that
Leo?
mean? Because you're way better at this.
The reason I even said it is because in my intro you said I'm a Libra on the cusp of Scorpio.
I've always been a Scorpio.
Yeah, I've identified as a Libra mostly though.
Well, here's the thing.
But I'm a Pisces moon, which is why I'm sensitive. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we, Overheard is notorious for shitting on Scorpios. And I look at Emily because I'm like, she posts on the...
No. This is not my opinion. I am posting quotes that are sent to us.
I know, but also just like anytime we do editorial content, it's like very funny. It's like we're constantly shitting on Scorpios. So I feel like I'm like constantly in the defense of Scorpios on this podcast.
The people shit on Scorpios a lot. And then they submit those quotes to us.
It's not right.
Which I do feel like Scorpios got an unfair treatment. But I'm also on the Gemini cusp. So
I was married to a Gemini. I'm not a fan.
Uh-oh.
They usually go really well with Libra though.
Oh, they get a bad rap a lot.
Yeah, because they're the two-faced.
Well,
which mine was. He had a whole other double life.
You were saying like after that you wrote a book, which I know was not about the breakup, but just like your life. And I'm like, I'm just so impressed that you could do, you know, like I feel like a lot of people would have shut down in that moment. And I think you've really moved on beautifully.
Thank you so much for saying that. For people listening that may not know, long story short, I married somebody and then a month after found out that they were cheating on me, basically. Yeah, I mean, I tell that story. Sometimes I feel like it gets... twisted a little bit. Like I want to be clear that I tell the story to basically share that like I'm not a victim of that circumstance. That like that happened and that sucks. And the way that I moved through that is to acknowledge what part was mine and what part I played, which was like I chose that man. There were red flags. I painted them green. I did that. You know what I mean? Because I really loved the story and I did believe he loved me. But there were so many lessons to be learned. And I'm actually really happy that that happened because I have the life that I have now. And I needed to learn the lesson of trusting my body, not just trusting what people say. I was really like other directed, people pleasing, like very like whatever they want, whatever they say must be. And I needed to like get my ass kicked in a very big way. You know, I feel like had that not happened in that way, I don't know if I would have learned the lesson of like, really listen to your body. And the point of me telling that story is that like, I could be a victim. I could be pissed off at men for the rest of my life and be like, you can't trust anybody. I'll never get married and I'll never open my heart again because people are liars. No, what are you talking about? Like the point is to feel those feelings, but like that's just one man's experience. I'm not going to generalize men now. I'm going to be like, no, I deserve love. I'm going to keep my heart open and risk willing to be a target for love 1,000 times. And it'll take what it'll take. And like, I can be the victor. It's whatever I choose. I can either choose to be the victim or the victor of whatever circumstance. And I think that's why I tell the story is it's important. Like just keep your heart open. You know, and don't take his pain personally. Like he did what he did and all I do is send him love all the time because that sucks for him.
Yeah.
When you cheat on somebody, you're cheating yourself because now you have to live with that shame and like, why did I do that?
And it's like his pain. That's not your fault.
Exactly.
It's him going through something. And I'm sure from you telling the story, from writing the book, so many people I'm sure have reached out to you because they have been through something similar or had to start over or whatever it is. And that's like knowing somebody shared that experience is so healing for other people too.
Yeah,
like
that's why I told the story. I didn't want to tell the story. I held off for a long while because I was embarrassed to have had, I was embarrassed. I felt like it made me look stupid.
When you say you weren't listening to your body, in this relationship, like what were the things? Like, were you physically having manifestations of like, this isn't right?
The body tends to lean forward if it's like a yes, and the body will retract and the hands will kind of, when it's a no, whatever it is. Our body works in a very parasympathetic nervous system way where it's always speaking to us. There's trillions of cells moving in every moment, giving us information. And as a young kid, I wasn't taught to ask myself how I really feel about something, check in, how does my gut feel? I wasn't taught. I was just like, if they're happy, I'll be fine. If my parents are good, I'm good. I didn't have a lot of discernment. I wasn't taught to trust my intuition. That came way later. So I had gut issues for a very long time because I wasn't trusting my gut, right?
Wow.
And so they would manifest in gut issues. My body would tense if let's say later down the line in our relationship, there were things that he did where I went, huh? Or there were things that he said where my body leaned back and I literally would just stare at him. And I instead of being like, oh, I'm not buying what you're putting down, I went, there's something wrong with me that I'm not feeling deserving of the type of love he's giving me right now. I guess I'll just go do more work.
Well, that's what was so interesting.
Like when someone's lying to you, your body's going to tell you because the body doesn't lie.
But a lot of I think a lot of us do when we're mistreated. We're like, it's my fault. It's because of me, something I did wrong. So that's just really interesting that you were able to kind of acknowledge that.
Yeah, sometimes it's them.
Yeah, but that's...
Which is something I need to hear.
In this case, it's not me, it's you, for real. It was you.
Yeah, I think it's great if you can self-reflect. I think that's way more powerful if you can go, okay, I need to look within and look at what I could be doing differently because, we are the ones that are...
But there's a difference between that and blaming yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we've taken a turn, guys.
I know.
OverheardLA after dark.
I just want to be healed by you.
I know you have a very soothing presence.
Yeah.
I want you to just keep talking. I'm just going to say.
What is out of all the because I know I've heard you talk about meditation, what has been the most powerful healing tool for you? If we're going to do one thing.
Hypnosis.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like what?
You go to somebody or you guided?
Well, I got certified as a NLP, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner a month before Vine. So is that a coincidence? I think not. So
you mean all of your fans came because you just went on Vine and hypnotized everyone?
Great tactic.
You think it was your choice to follow me?
When she said that you pop up on her phone all the time.
You hypnotized me into watching that movie, that's for sure.
No, I got certified because I thought this would be a cool parallel because I like healing, right? You both said, complimented me very well when you said you have a healing presence. That's what I want to do. I think on some general level, I want to be able to dissolve tension, and that can happen through laughter, right? It's a huge tension release.
Yeah.
Or soften and so that we can connect.
Because I just want to connect. A really good Christmas movie as well.
Amen. Or through hypnosis.
So you are a licensed...
I was. I think I have to re-up it because it's been so long.
Probably not. You probably still got it.
I know a few things.
You could hypnotize Justina right now.
I would love to be hypnotized.
So I think in that certification, I got to work a lot of my unconscious beliefs. And I think Vine happened because I changed some of my neural pathways in order to feel deserving of having a following or something like that.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
It's beautiful because I do think it takes a certain amount of, confidence to make content like that, but also just an ability to be free and have a laugh and make fun of yourself. There's all of these things that come with putting yourself onto the internet. And then if we want to get really woo-woo about it, you exude something that makes you attractive. It's a law of attraction thing, not in a sexual. You are attractive.
You can say it. If
you are
think
very
I'm
hot. You are very hot. But I mean an attraction of
law
you
of
have
attraction.
a magnetic personality.
Thank you.
In
That's
addition
a quality
to being
of a Libra,
very hot.
Libras are magnetic. That's what it says.
Got a
if you
magnetic
look up at one
face,
of those
too.
books, thank you. Never mind.
She's got a magnetic body as well.
I love this.
This is a compliment.
I was like, this is just a compliment
She's
podcast.
magnetic.
I love this.
I love it. It's reframing some things for me.
Wait, but when you did
So
the
hypnosis.
certification, was that career path you were following, or that was
For a second. It literally didn't last. Like, it was gonna be if acting didn't work out, then I would have had clients that I take through hypnosis so
That's
that
really
they can
cool.
heal.
I've got a business idea for you. You
I'll
on Cameo?
I want more work.
Just you on Cameo?
Oh my God.
What if you can book a Cameo with Manon and also get hypnotized?
But wouldn't that have to happen live? You can't hypnotize somebody in a video, can you?
I don't know.
I said that like I know anything
That's a good
about
idea.
I'm not
hypnotization.
licensed.
I've had a Cameo person reach out now 4 times to help them with their
yeah.
kids get out of Pampers, and I find out really amusing. They're like, "Hey, it's me again."
Wait, people
She's
give
doing
requests
great.
like that?
Well, this person did.
Oh,
It's
wait.
really funny.
I think Cameo's
Wait,
hilarious, but I didn't know.
I know. I'm like, can't I just say happy birthday?
I've gotten people cameos, but that's so much funnier.
She
I think
literally
Cameo's
wrote,
hilarious.
she's like, my toddler is struggling, or whatever's after toddler is struggling to get out of Pampers. Can you please help her? I'm like, oh, pressure's on.
like a pep talk or like
Pep
like
talk, yeah.
So are you going to do it
I've done 3. And
for
then,
different children?
No, for the same child.
Oh.
So I sent one, and then they were like, okay, we need this as well. And so I sent another, and then they were like, okay, great. She's doing great. Her life's amazing. She's doing it. She hasn't had any accidents. Can you just say congratulations? And so I sent her a congratulations. And then 2 weeks later, hey, she's regressed. The kids are making fun of her. And I'm laughing hysterically with Johnny, my fiance, because this is not what Cameo's for.
Wait, but that's what I'm
Wait,
shocked.
well,
I was
now
like,
I
wait, am I
wanna-
mishearing? Like,
Now I want to know. Can we get the Pampers pep talk? Like, what is it?
I don't remember. It's just like off the cuff.
We're both out of diapers.
I probably
by the way, but-
sang something. Today I took my diaper off. I do not need them now.
Stop.
Just like
This is like
grown-ups
off the-
use the potty. I'm learning how. No, that's what my parents sang to me when I was
I was like,
1.
wait, hold on.
I
Did
thought
you
you
just
just
like
made that
make
up.
up a
I was, like,
song?
really
I hope your
impressive.
Well, I do
cameo
make
is
up songs.
$1,000 per video. Like,
Yeah, that
that's-
should be more. But I
know,
did
we
make
just
up other
gave-
songs
We
too.
just gave you that for free.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm dying at the song. I'm dying I hope that this woman tells like her mom friends and that just becomes the thing you're known for on Cameo.
I don't hope that for you, but like that's very funny.
That's just like a great little
Who knew you
niche.
could use Cameo like this?
I didn't know you could.
I thought it was like a
thought it was just a
quick
happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
It
Yeah.
should be.
We ask our audience some things and we get a lot of answers. And the thing we did in our DMs, did you see this? This was like
No.
last week. We asked people to send their worst dating stories. As someone who, you've dated in LA, you grew up here, right?
I was born and raised.
Oh man. So,
I love natives. It's so
know.
like, I feel like you guys are like the nicest people.
Thank you for saying
the
that.
best
Yeah,
people,
it's-
are
Everyone's
people
like,
who are
how do
originally
you?
from LA.
LA sucks. I'm like, no. I mean, everyone I know is from here, and we're all fine.
So we're gonna get into our worst dating stories that you guys sent in. We got a lot. We won't get to all of them. So, should we start? Refuse to stop doing magic tricks.
Ugh.
This is first date stories, I think, by the way.
I'm trying to be more open to people doing magic, but I have to say it doesn't do it for me.
I heard the refuse to stop though. Like she's saying, "Hey, can you stop?" And he goes, "No."
Yeah.
See?
Look at this.
A
Look at this.
magician.
Oh my God, that's my worst nightmare.
So it's not that he's doing magic; it's that he's refusing to stop doing magic.
There's a lot of magicians in LA.
a lot. We talk about
Lots of I
magicians
dated a
lot
magician.
on this podcast.
Lots of magicians.
Okay. Well,
This was very controversial when I posted it in our story. We went to a movie and he immediately took off his shoes once we found our seats. Gross, right? I think that's disgusting. And I posted that and I was like, disgusting. And a bunch of people responded
I've
like,
never heard of
I do
that.
this in movies.
What? You take off your shoes?
It's like a plane.
The only way, the only reason I would do that is if for some reason they were extraordinarily uncomfortable, but I would need to have socks on.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and a bunch of people responded like, but the seats recline. And I'm like, that doesn't give you a right to take your shoes and socks off.
I think there's people who like there's the people in the world who take
airport
their
people.
shoes off. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I won't take my shoes off on a plane. I'm not taking my shoes off anywhere really unless I'm in somebody's house that I know or my own house.
I've taken my shoes off in plane.
Yeah.
But there has to be sock, and I have to be next to people I know. Like
Yeah.
if it was by
There
myself,
has to be sock.
it has to be sock.
I don't go into the
Because
room without
the feet
protection.
inflame.
They do. I
Wait,
do
what?
stress about that, and then I'm always like I should have worn compression socks.
Hold on, separate like foot situation. What is a foot inflaming?
You like swell on a plane.
Oh, on a plane.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
on a plane.
Gotcha. That's why
not in the movies.
I was like the movies because of the amount of popcorn I eat.
Oh my God, I want popcorn right now.
We love popcorn.
We should
Do you
have
ever put
popcorn.
M&Ms in it?
Yes.
Ooh, and movie popcorn.
I like a milk
We
dud.
should have some like in the middle. That we
Yeah.
can all just.
We should get
No,
a
except
popcorn machine.
popcorn's
that's
the
a
only thing
terrible
that you eat
idea.
by throwing it at your face, and you miss like 70%.
Yeah,
of
we
it.
would get absolutely.
We should not do that on YouTube.
flamed for doing like chewing popcorn on a podcast.
Or
but
we do that on YouTube and we find an audience that's really
niche
into
That's
it.
my
ASMR
new
like a kink.
career path.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you found like a sugar daddy that was like, I just want videos of you eating popcorn?
That's my dream scenario.
You should manifest that.
I would love that.
Check your
Crystal.
DMs. I'm sure there's one in there for sure.
Nobody ever asking for popcorn.
Make sure you
eating.
check hidden requests. That's where the weirdos go.
Yeah.
where you
Okay.
get the weirdest ones. Anyway.
I'm keep your shoes on at the movies, please.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I agree with that.
I'm glad we're aligned
Well,
on
just for
this.
yourself because it's dirty in there. It's not even like.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have dating. I have like relationship horror
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
fair.
went through a lot. That's enough.
Is that
Like,
enough? Can
yes.
that be okay?
That you're like the universe. I think
you've
you're
hit
done.
Your cap.
Here's what I'll say about the guy that I'm with now, my fiance, Johnny Carlson. We've been together 4.5 years. We have a child together. We would have been married sooner, but I was traumatized. I was like, marriage does nothing. There's no point. So like, he's just been patient with that, and I'm now excited to get married to him.
Oh, good.
Anyway, when I first met him, I never would have thought where we are now. So what I'm saying is, when you meet someone, I would say give it a while. You know, like don't make the decision. Like don't be like, oh, if there's a spark or he was so opposite of my type and so opposite of everything I ever went for, which I thought that's actually fine because whatever I was picking before, clearly I had not a great picker. So I had to like kind of step back and be like, okay, let me reroute here and maybe not go for what I used to associate with love, which is excitement and roller coaster and like, there's one exciting and like that love that's painful. And I don't live like that anymore. I choose the calm, the peace, the love. Where do I feel safe? Where does my body lean forward? Like if it's urgent, it's not spiritual, right? So like this has been such a slow burn with Johnny but it's been everything I needed, but I didn't know I wanted. And so I'm really glad that I didn't make the decision right when we first met. I mean, we did meet not with the intention of dating, and that also is helpful because then you can just like be yourself and there's no like agenda. And so I think that that's really important to say that like, you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe your type isn't the type that's for you.
Yeah.
I'm saying this to not.
No, but
Say
you're
it to
married.
me.
Well, say
I
it to
need
her.
to hear it. I'm single and I really resonate with the fact that like I'm constantly chasing like the spark. I'm like, this is gonna be this big magical fireworks,
Which usually
like,
burns
whatever.
out.
What
which
goes
was-
up must come down.
Exactly.
And it's not going to be long lasting. And in the same way you get a hit of like, I'm going to go, it's like you want quality, not quantity,
Yeah.
not like quick
Which
hits.
my
I
relationship
was gonna
was
say
a very,
you have a similar.
very slow burn. Like wasn't interested, wasn't looking for it, and it was the type of thing there in the beginning. It wasn't like this like love bombing, like golden light. I'm obsessed with this person day one, which felt unusual for me because I had previously dated men who were kind of like love bombing. I'm booking you a flight one weekend. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Like that. And that's not love. It's just like adrenaline. And I think
adrenaline.
those adrenaline like coursing through your veins feels like love until
Yeah.
you know your body.
Are we reading more of these? I feel like I can't see this far. I make Emily read to me. I'm like a
I
child.
can read a
I'm like,
couple
"Can you read me a
more."
Do you
story?"
need LASIK?
I need to wear my glasses,
wear her
perhaps.
glasses.
That's my problem.
You don't want to wear
Sometimes
glasses.
I'm talking to Justina across this table and she just like squints at me and I'm like, are you mad about something? And she's like, no, I can't fucking see.
I was with one of my friend's kids the other day and they were playing Wordle on my phone and they were like, or no, a Duolingo on my phone. And so she was like, can you help me? Because it was like one of the clue or like one of the whatever, she couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, you know, like this, looking at my phone. And she's like, why every time you look at the phone are you like this? And like she's just like doing this squinty face. And I was like, oh God, I really gotta like get my shit together. The fucking 5-year-olds are like calling me out.
Why don't you wear glasses? Just cause?
I don't love it's funny because
Don't
I
you wear
them-
contacts?
No, that's the problem. I just choose to.
She just chooses blindness.
I quote Ariana Grande in one of the best moments of her entire life when somebody said, "Can you not see?" And she said, "I've seen enough." And I think about that a lot. And I'm like, I do feel like I've seen enough.
That's a great quote.
But I don't like wearing glasses when I'm wearing makeup. Something about it I don't feel comfortable. I wear them all the time when we're working, and I don't wear makeup. I don't know. I'm a child is my problem, guys. I can't just like go get contacts like an adult.
I feel like I'm like out of the most human experience. I've always had perfect vision. I don't wear readers. I don't wear anything. I'm sure my sight will go one day, but I was always jealous because I always wanted glasses. I think they're cute.
It's all fun and games until you actually can't see.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, they're cute when they're like blue light glasses.
Are you wearing contacts? Do you have, what's your vision? Can you read that thing across?
LASIK?
I got the LASIK.
Oh.
Did you have a good experience with it?
Yeah, easy peasy. Dr.
How
Test.
long ago?
What if we pulled out like an eye chart?
How long ago?
E-P-F.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove you got LASIK. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I've heard that it goes away. Like sometimes it doesn't work for people. And so then I'm like, oh, I'm just not.
All I think about is that, remember that episode of the Kardashians? Like, I'm talking like first season, or with, like, doesn't Kim get LASIK and she has to be like wheeled to her car and she has the thing on her face?
No, I have no memory
Get these
of this.
big black glasses. I mean, now it's probably just like easy
No, they
peasy.
still have them. My mom has them in her car for some reason. They're like,
Just in case.
just like, I'm like, where are you going with these?
Some people keep stuff that they really don't need.
And that also applies to emotional baggage.
Oh, yeah. See, I want like the seminar.
Just the physical stuff.
Yeah, wait, I do feel like we should enroll in your course. When is that
Yeah.
available? Not to
like-
put the pressure on you.
Like a month or two. I'll hit you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look out for it.
I want to go. I want it like a week. I want like a retreat. Host it. Is this how we get her to start a cult?
You know
We've
what?
been talking about cults a lot.
Right before the pandemic, I was coming up with not a retreat, but like a weekend experience where there was like
Love that.
breath
like
work and
Sedona.
NLP, yeah, all these modalities of
in.
healing. And then I was like the hype person that would
Wait,
like
I'm
lead it
so
and invite people.
in.
And then the pandemic happened. I kind of forgot about it until just this
Let's
moment.
Do it. Oh my God. If you started a cult, I'm so down.
You want to be in it? Great. I'm my first member.
I'll be first, mate.
Man, it's like, and we're in business, baby.
Well, not that this is a cult, weird transition, but you do have a new podcast coming. What is it? Is it like,
It's with Laura Clary.
okay.
She's very funny, so it's very goofy. It's very spiritual because we both are really similar in the sense that we are major goofballs. And so we break into characters and impressions, but then we also get really, really deep and motivate each other. And you just see our friendship, kind of like you guys. It's called Are We Okay? With Laura and Manon.
Great title.
Are we okay? Yeah.
None of us are okay.
Yeah.
And then I have the existing podcast with Johnny. Serious but funny, which is kind of, it's nothing like it because it's two different energies, right? But there is a lot of improv as well in there. And we get serious as well. So it's really the same.
Is he also like
It's the same thesis, different characters.
You got to do what you know.
yeah. Is he also like a funny internet person, creator?
He is
actor?
now. Yeah.
You're like, I've shaped him in my
I made him what I want him to be. Actually, he was doing like, he was a football like athlete person before now. And he's still athletic. He's just definitely naturally very funny. We laugh every single day, which is really important for people like me and everybody, really, which is part of the course. If you take it, it's but yeah, it's important to laugh. We laugh every day. We're very loving, very good communicate. He's also very calm, which calms my nervous system.
Which probably makes you really good parents.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dad.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, that's why you got to make sure you have like a full, well-rounded home for the baby to like thrive in. So I'm glad I didn't have that baby with somebody else.
Thank
I mean,
God.
you
That would have been a lot.
You dodged a
a
big bullet.
bullet. Like you are.
Well,
I
it
feel like,
hit me. It just didn't hit me to kill me.
Well, that's also
You're not wrong.
I
You're not
did. I
wrong.
dodged the second bullet.
Yeah, you've done
The lethal one?
The lethal one. That's what it is.
I felt like I did get hit, and then it took me down.
And then it's like,
And I got to get
sometimes-
up.
Thank God, you know, when things like that happen, it's like good thing that you got out of that. Like there are so
right
many.
before the pandemic too.
Oh, thank Jesus.
Imagine if we would have been stuck
with him.
I know.
Oh my
Isn't that kind
God.
of crazy? I was like, dang, why did it happen so fast? We couldn't even enjoy a honeymoon. And it's like, no, because the universe was like, get out. There's a pandemic
getting
coming.
you the hell out of
We need
there.
to remove this now and have you heal it. Like, that's why I'm like really glad we went to therapy for like 3 months, processed a lot of the pain around it. And then like by the time the year was over, I was almost like, because it, came and went so quickly.
Yeah.
That's also why I didn't take it so personally. Because it's not like we were together for 10, 20 years.
Nothing to do with you.
I was like, this
Yeah.
clearly is not, this is like a pattern that you've been experiencing.
Yeah.
And I just need to start checking people's phones. Turns
Exactly.
out I was almost too confident. I've never checked anybody's phone in my life because I'm just like, it's fine. They all love me. Delusional, really. If I would have just checked his phone. And I did end up checking his phone like a month later when he said he was working on himself. But I asked him, I was like, can we look at your phone?
Was he doing the
Because I
same
was like,
shit?
God forbid I just sneak around, which actually is fine. You don't want to like be getting off on a tangent.
No,
No, I like it. We're the
this
queens
is
of a
the
tangent. This is all we
podcast.
do.
There's actually a sign outside that says this is a tangent
This
podcast.
is a tangent.
Just go nuts.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how mine are too. Because there's a lot of thoughts.
A lot
so
of
many
thoughts at all times. They
Wait,
won't
so
stop.
you checked his phone?
Yeah, I was like, can we check? Can we look at your phone? I'm just having a weird feeling in my body.
You also
And
like asked for consent to
I
check his
did,
phone,
yeah.
which I feel like
He
is
was
more
like, oh,
evolved
God,
than
no,
most
no.
relationships.
Yeah, I did ask for consent.
And he panicked.
He panicked, which was information.
That's information.
And then we looked at his phone, and there was more information.
Yeah.
Because when the book came out, more people came forward.
More people that he had been fucking around with. Oh wow.
Or messaging,
So you've been in touch with like the other women.
In 2020, not so much lately.
I hope you helped them heal also by reading your book.
One of them was like, your book was so helpful because it was like reading my exact experience with the exact man you're talking about. And I know the song that you're talking about because that was to be our wedding song. That's what hurt, right?
Yeah.
That's where
That he had the same like our song with different.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And we played
I
it
hate
at our
this man
wedding
now.
and danced to it. And it was really meant a lot to me. That song still,
so
regardless of his experience, that song will always still be our song. And every time I hear it, I will think of the love that I know that it was real for us. And no one can take that from me. And so that might be his song with like 10 other people, but it's still my song for the love that did exist. You know?
Yeah.
Because like, that's when
it
like,
was
all my
real. Like
That's
parts of it must have been, you know, but it was real for me. Like I'll never know what he actually went through. And maybe he had a completely different experience. And that's like, I hesitate to talk about this because I do feel like I've moved on and I'm not, but there's so much information in there that a lot of people go through. So it's like, fine, if it wants to come up, it wants to come up. But like, we'll never know what other people are experiencing. We can only go off of what our own experiencing. For me, it was real. I did the best that I could. I was honest. I loved how I showed up in that relationship.
your feelings that you felt, regardless of what he was going through, were real.
Yeah.
Like the body knows they're real feelings.
Yeah.
And of course that's going to be painful. And it's like, it's incredible that you can talk about it.
When you said that you showed up, like you were happy with the person you were in that relationship, that was really meaningful to me as somebody who doesn't know you know, whatever, because I struggle in that way. I will always find a fault in myself and be like, it didn't work because I did X or I did Y. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, I like who I am. And I think I've done like work on myself. And I think I show up in a way that I hope other people like. And so just you saying, like, I've never said that out loud though, I guess. And just hearing you say that, I was like, oh, that's okay. Like we can say like, I did my best in this relationship and like you didn't. And just you acknowledging that really helped me.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. I'm glad that was helpful. I think it's important to acknowledge where we're so good, especially as women, at like beating ourselves up and being like, I suck because of this and this and this. And it's like, it's real. We need more than ever examples of people like being proud of themselves. Could I have done better in many ways? Sure. But we're always growing and we're always evolving, and beating ourselves up is never going to actually propel us to do better, ever. One of the things that made me feel less embarrassed of the experience was when I did share my story, the women that reached out. There was like so many that were like, same thing happened to me. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Because you start to feel like you're the only one that goes through something like that. I don't want that to be happening to anybody else. But man, like even when I bet you something will come out with this podcast that we'll talk about it in the comments, read the comments. So many women have had this experience almost to a T. It made me feel like this is common and I'm not the only one that's been duped.
Well, that's
because I
the
believe in
thing.
love. I'm like, this must be happening because I'm like, this is
Because you were open to
Yeah.
love and you let those feelings happen versus
Yeah.
being like a hardened cynic who's like, I'm never gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't fault yourself for that either. You shouldn't fault yourself for falling in love with somebody when those feelings are real.
Yeah.
And now your relationship is beautiful. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. There's
Now.
definitely light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Which is also nice to hear, because I think that when you're in that moment, you're like, you know, you don't see the future. You're just like, this is it.
I feel
All
like
men
I
suck,
just-
and this, you know, like.
Oh
I
my
think
God, it
it's-
only gets better.
Yeah.
The worst case is that you come out stronger. That's it.
Pretty good.
That's it. You're going to be stronger no matter what happens.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much. Seriously, this was like the most healing conversation we've probably had in this room.
I don't think anything happens by mistake, so there must be more healing to be had
Yeah.
for someone.
What's the most LA thing about you?
I mean, that I do shop at Erewhon, that I do like astrology and human design, and that sometimes I will blame it for things. Do I though?
What are like the Libra things that
They
Libras
want
get blamed
balance.
for?
They want harmony. They
'cause
can't
they're
make
the scales.
decisions. Yeah.
Right.
They match energies. They mirror whoever they're with. So if you don't like a Libra, you probably don't like yourself.
Ooh,
Interesting.
that's a really good reply. That's what you should say to those people who are mad.
Wait, that's actually really good.
What's Johnny's sign?
Capricorn.
Oh, is that
With
a
a
good
Libra,
blend?
I guess we go really well
Yeah.
together.
What about your baby?
Maybe his Earth grounds me. My baby's in Aquarius.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like
Which is what I
Aquariuses.
wanted. I wanted.
Did you plan?
Aquarius.
That's the most LA thing about you. Did
That
you
is
plan
most-
your baby because you wanted an Aquarius?
No, but I
Oh.
did want an Aquarius. When I found
Made
out
sure
he
your
was going
water
to be an
broke in
Aquarius, I
time.
was like, oh my God. Oh, and yeah. Because he was like 3 days after, and I was like, please don't come yet. I gotta close my legs.
You're like, I'm not ready.
So he's not a Capricorn.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Okay, give us 2 truths and a lie.
I've had 12 teeth pulled at once. I
Man,
had a vaginal birth, and I hate pickles with a passion.
oh, Justina's offended.
This is bad.
You worry about offending people. You offended Justina with hating pickles.
I hope it's not pickles, because I really wanted to be your friend. And you have an extremely
has
good
such a good
poker face. It's
Oh my God.
crazy. I'm
Oh my
freaking
God!
out right now.
I thought I didn't have a good poker face.
No, she's
No,
you've
I have
got a
no
really good
idea.
one.
This is important to me.
You've got a really good one.
Wait, I'm
12
stressed.
teeth at the
12
same time.
is a lot. That feels
That feels too
traumatic.
audacious to lie about.
It feels too
Which
audacious
makes me
to
feel
lie
like
about,
it's
but also
true.
it feels like a lot, like traumatic.
Too many teeth.
Oh, and then I have one more thing.
3 truths and a lie, or 3 lies and 1 truth.
I thought the game was 3 truths.
Add a third truth. Now I just want to know. Well, this could be the lie.
No, because she
Right?
said I thought the game was 3 truths.
Yeah, those are all just true. That is so dumb. I had to lie. I know I told a lie.
Wait,
12
now are
teeth,
we being
vaginal-
double crossed? Is her
12
lie that she didn't give us a lie?
We've been tricked now. Remember, we've been
We
tricked
got
before.
bamboozled before.
My
I honestly
version I've
don't
ever
know
played
if
of
what's
this game.
coming out of her is
I
true
know,
or
I
lie.
don't know either.
I've skydived. And I've bungee jumped. 5. Pick the lie. Pick the lie.
What are we supposed to do? Okay. Skydive, bungee jump, 12 teeth, vagina,
Just has one.
Just has one.
vaginal birth. What was the last one?
Pickles, hating pickles, the
The
big
pa-
daddy.
Pickles.
Where's the lie?
Where was the lie?
Wait, I feel like I was really on track with you being like, oh, those were 3
I know.
truths, but then the way you presented the
I
rest
still
of the
stand by
information-
12 teeth is too audacious to lie about. She's not lying about the 12
I don't
teeth.
know what in the volcanic ash is happening in my brain today, but like you keep saying it's too audacious to lie about, and my brain cannot comprehend whether you're saying she's would lie about that,
Like
or would
she's
not.
like it's too crazy of a thing
Thank
that you
for
wouldn't lie
explaining
about
English
that.
to me.
True.
That was rough.
So
for me.
I think the teeth is true.
But then I want to know that story.
Yeah. I think
I have no idea. Like I envision you having like a water birth with just then you would have had a vaginal birth.
With like sound bowls playing.
But like I don't know. You never know somebody's scenario. So like
next time.
I want you to love pickles, and you're wearing a nice green sweatshirt that's very pickly.
Next birth. You got it. Okay, I'm gonna go with skydiving.
I'm gonna say pickles because I want you to like pickles so much.
She's just
And
not
I'm
giving
gonna be sad
skydiver
about
to
it.
me.
Okay. I've bungee jumped twice. I did give a vaginal birth, but I really wish it was at home with sound bowls. That would have been
Next time.
what I wanted.
Manifest
That's
that.
what I want next time. I was too general. I was like, I'll do whatever.
Like how
I
Hillary
literally
Duff
said,
has
I was like,
I was literally thinking Hillary Duff as the blueprint of what I was thinking.
Every
for you.
baby in the bathtub
Have you seen
with like
this?
low lights.
No,
Oh,
She has
posts
like a
pics of
pool
it.
in the living room.
Yeah.
It's,
see, that's
She's got
what
a baby pool
the fact
and a
that
regular pool.
That's what I deserved, but that's not what I get.
that's okay. There's you
Next
know.
I had 12 teeth pulled.
For real?
Yeah, when I
How?
was like really young. 4 of them were permanent, 8 were baby teeth.
Okay, the
My
evening
mouth was
baby
teeth.
was okay. That feels better
Okay.
to me because I was like 12 adult
How
teeth
many
feels like a
teeth
lot.
do you have?
Not
like,
adult.
Were you
I think I
toothless?
have less than normal because 4 were permanent.
You're like, well, now.
I feel like, did you walk out of the dentist with like no
I know.
teeth?
I
How
can't
many teeth
remember.
do
I
you
know.
have
How weird
total?
is that?
That feels like at least
How
half
old
your
were
You
teeth.
can't just take everyone's teeth. That's so mean.
Wait, how
You
old were
look
you?
like you got a
Like
lot.
6.
Wait,
have
so
about
you
about
must have
7 or 8.
gotten, did you have a tooth fairy still at that age? Did
I
you
think
still
I got
believe
some
in the
cash.
tooth fairy?
I think so.
Because for 12
that's
teeth, you
so
should have gotten like a down payment on a house.
I agree with you, but I don't think
Yeah.
my parents did that.
I would have been like, I want a bike.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
know
that's
how to.
actually really
I didn't know
Don't
how
give
to
me
ask
quarters.
for what I still don't. I just have trouble asking for stuff.
Okay, so
I
that's
feel
true.
like I need to take your course, but you need to take my course.
do need to
'Cause
have
it's
your
just
course.
you just got to ask for the things you want. You
Yeah.
got to say no to people.
I'd sign up
Yeah.
for both colts.
I'm gonna come and like coach you.
Yeah, please. We'll coach each other.
Yeah, because I also
I don't know what I'd coach you on.
your course.
Yeah, but what?
I
You
want to like
Your-
enjoy life and
your healing
experience it
course.
through laughter and
Okay.
stuff
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a hardened cynic.
Oh, yeah, we can help each other. That's really sweet.
I'm just
What
going to be at
else?
front row for both. Like,
Okay, so what's left?
okay. Teeth, vaginal birth, bungee jumping,
Skydiving.
pickles.
I hate pickles, and I've never skydived.
I was right.
I'm so sorry. Johnny is upset by this too.
No pickles,
And
like-
he thought when you get pregnant, I'm so excited for the day that you crave pickles, and it didn't happen. And he's still
Wow.
upset. So you guys will have something to bond
Yeah,
on.
I like Johnny already.
You double crossed us with 5 truths, which has never happened. So
sorry.
good
No,
job.
that was the
no,
best
I'm
game. I
impressed.
I realized I just said 3 truths, and I just sat there.
You
like,
should go
panicking, but you
straight to
couldn't
Vegas.
That's why you had the best poker
Yeah.
face because you were like, yes.
They were all true.
I think I was originally going to say I had a C-section, and then I changed it because I was like, oh, I need another truth.
That's amazing.
You should go straight to
heck?
Vegas.
No, I loved this.
hit the blackjack table.
Hypnotize them.
There we go.
But how do you hypnotize? Like for what? I don't count cards. I mean, obviously, I don't count cards. I don't count cards. Okay.
all you
to
do
go on record.
is you you hypnotize people into getting out of diapers.
Everyone's always been asking. Okay, I don't count cards in Vegas.
I'm obsessed. This podcast comes out and like page 6 is like, Manon does not count cards.
I'm still stuck on just getting people out of diapers.
Oh, I know the weird things.
Manon, we're gonna start saying no to things. I will
Yeah,
help
like
you.
that cameo. I
I'm
could
gonna
have
be
been
your
like, no.
assistant now. I'm just gonna be like,
Please.
she's unavailable. No.
I know, and saying no is really powerful. It makes
Yeah.
you more powerful.
Man, and tell everybody listening to this who
How to
is
count
now in love
cards?
with you how to count cards. I
don't know
how
how.
to get
I
out of
don't know how.
diapers and where they can find you on the internet, where to follow you and your new podcast and everything.
My name is Manon Mathews with 1 T. Podcasts are serious but funny, and Are We Okay with Laura and Manon. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. My book is Funny How It Works Out. I have a course about how to, find the humor in life and dissolve tension.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for being so vulnerable and open and like giving us the therapy we didn't even know we
Anytime.
needed today.
I'll come back whenever.
Please
Thank you for
this.
having me.
And you're a West Side
Thank you
person.
for being here. We're sorry that you cried on the way here. We hope that you don't
Let's
cry
go to
I cried
San
on the
Juan
way
to
here. I
Erewhon.
cried on the podcast. I'll probably cry on the way home. Or maybe I'll stop at Erewhon. and
We
get
can
a
walk to
seat
Erewhon.
there.
Abbott Kinney
What?
walking distance.
Yeah, we're very
Damn.
close to Erewhon.
Yeah. Do you want to give us a toodles, Justina, in your most zen voice?
You always make me do it. I'm not
She's
an
really good at the
impressionist.
toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles.